Hello everybody, my name's Drew and welcome back to more Sky Factory 3. Oh, that's not the right button. That's not the right button either. Yeah, there we go. Haha. I'm waiting for some gravel to become more sand so that I can make more glass. Because we're running low on glass. We really need to sort this whole resource thing out to its final format. Because I would like to have a steady supply of glass that I never have to worry about. But that's not what today's focus is going to be. There's a couple of differences around the base that I'm going to show you guys. Starting with this little setup over here. The other episode I was talking about getting soul sand, and I remembered that we're dealing with X-Nilo. That means that mycelium converts water into witch water, which is what we use to do two things. We can use witch water to convert regular skeletons into wither skeletons, and number two, we can use this guy with sand to create soul sand. So if I go over here and I'm going to grab... Oh, well, okay, I'm not going to grab that one. I'll take part of this. I'm going to use this guy for a hot second. And if I do that, it creates that. And to source water, we're using the ever-present sink. This is really great, man. The sink is a great source of water. It's not too hard to make them at all. And if you need water somewhere across the base and don't want to stretch a huge water line, just make a sink, and that's your local water supply. Super, super convenient. Anyway, let's go ahead and throw this into oh, not like that. I also made some new tools. I'm going to show you guys. So put that guy there. I made a mattock. I made a new mattock for a couple of reasons. Number one, I was using a regular vanilla hoe for everything, and my only axe at this point in time is my hatchet. I don't need anything more than what I've got, really, but I really wanted to have the ability to use one tool for a lot of things around the base, like getting rid of dirt and hoeing the new farms, which we'll talk about in a second, and other various tasks. So I made it with a blend of copper and iron with a silver handle, and it turned out pretty good. Technically speaking, our axe is at diamond level. Our mining speed's that of 5 versus... I think this guy, yeah, mining speed of dead on 5, but this is 5.37, so it's a little faster. Plus, I can attack with it, so the mattock's not a bad weapon to have in a pinch. Of course, you guys remember our steel manilium longbow, which has got no experience, which I'm going to talk about in just a second. And then the silver-leaded cleaver. I've upgraded this guy with another beheading stat, as well as a bunch of redstone to make it hasty. And it means that this attacks almost as fast as a regular sword, but for a lot of damage. But unfortunately, we're at a modifier, so we're going to have to get some way to put more modifiers on this guy, which is totally doable, by the way. I did go back into the nether with our steel manilium longbow, and I went hunting. And as you can see on our arrows, we are getting experience, but I have not gotten any experience on the bow. I'm assuming because I need to maybe punch people with the bow in order to gain experience on that. But that shouldn't be. I should be able to do it with ranged. It could just be I haven't killed enough people to get experience on it. Who knows? Who knows? But the arrows are coming along. But more importantly than the arrows... well, those arrows is I made some iron ones as well. So when we're out of these flint arrows, we've got more flint arrows here, which I'm going to keep as backup. But when we're out of these flint arrows, I'm going to get... I'm going to swap to these iron arrows. We only get... how many of these do we have? We have 20, which is better than this 15. And the attack is 7, and it's 100% accurate. So we're doing really, really great with the iron arrow. I think that's going to be the wave of the future. Until we can upgrade to like manilium or some crazy metal. Oh, that was my... I think that was my... sickle? Yeah, it was my sickle. Get back here, you. A couple of things that I wanted to build this episode. Starting off the bat, let's take a look at ender chests. Because we have the ability to make ender chests. Now there is the... there it is, vanilla ender chest, which everybody's familiar with. But there is a new type of ender chest and ender tank from the ender storage mod, and this guy is really cool. Not too hard to make, and you make it with, unlike the vanilla, which you saw is made with an eye of ender and obsidian, these are a little bit more item intensive, because you need wool, blaze rods, obsidian, an ender pearl, and chest, but they're all still relatively cheap to get. But we're missing a few items, so what are we missing out of that? We're missing the chest, so that's easy enough to rectify. There's a chest. We got more wood than we know what the bloody will do with. And then we needed... We're missing wool and an eye of ender. So to make wool, we're going to need string. I want to make more than just that, though, because string is valuable, or wool is valuable to us. So there's our wool. We just need an ender pearl, which I've got ender pearls behind us. And we're going to do that, and that goes in there. And there's our ender chest. Now you're probably saying, Drew, why the hell are you building this? Simple reason. I want a tool bag that is going to be able to store all of my most used tools, keep them handy, but when I die, because Lord knows I will die again in this, when I die, if for some reason I lose my tool bag, I don't lose my tools. And to do that, we're going to be using the ender pouch. Ender pouch is made using blaze powder, ender pearl, and wool, kind of the same way you would build everything else. We need leather, which I don't know how much leather I actually have. That is problematic. Do I even have leather somewhere? I might not. I might not have any leather. That's problematic. I thought I got some. Oh, no, I think we used it. Hold on. There's got to be some leather here somewhere. If not, that is just supremely disappointing. I can maybe make leather. How does one make leather in this? Not through that. Sagmeal? Ah, saddles. Do I have any saddles? I don't. Oh, no. Hold on. Can I break these down into leather? Oh, I can. Oh, good. Give to me. So we got that guy. There should be a leather helmet somewhere. Yes, there is. We're going to go to the sag mill and we'll break these down. Thank God that you can do stuff like this. Throw that helmet in there too. And what we're going to do is we're going to color code these. The nice thing about these inventories, these ender chests, is that you can see there it's got white, white, white. What that means is that there is 3 little wool, how would you call that, like boxes on top of this. I'll show you in a second what I'm talking about. But we're going to come over here and we're going to go 1, 2, 3. And there's our pouch. So the way this guy works, let's go downstairs, and I don't want to have this kind of flopping around in the middle of nowhere. So I am going to stack it, let's stack it right there. That's probably a safe space for it. So you can see on the top, like I said, there are 3 pips, or blocks. And they're all colored white right now, and I can select them, but I can do nothing with them. But if I were to take something like, lapis, for example, I can color code them. So the way this would work would be you pick a color combination, and in multiplayer, unfortunately, these are still shared. So if you knew somebody else's color combo, you could steal their ender inventory, whatever it is. But most servers, everybody plays nice. And you'd be like, well, my color is white, blue, white. Now, how do I connect it to this bag? You're probably going, well, if I go like that and shift-click the box, you'll notice that on the front of my ender bag, it changed to white, blue, white. So now, if I open it, it opens that. And I can put the tools that I'm using, or rather the tools that I need but are not using, can go into this ender chest from wherever I am, regardless of dimension. And that's it. Super, super easy. It's pretty fantastic. All right, now on to the main meat and potatoes of this episode. I haven't talked about this at all, but I've been teasing it, just having it in my hotbar. I have 8 zombie heads. This took forever to get. I have killed so many goddamn... Look at the experience on this. I'm on the 2nd level of this bloody beheading fucking thing. It's taken me forever to get these 8 heads, man. It ridiculous. But we got them, which means we can use our slice and splice to make zombie electrodes. Except we don't have a slice and splice yet. That's fine. Let's go ahead and make a slice and splice. You're probably going, what the fuck is a slice and splice? It's fine. The slice and splice is this thing. It uses solarium, which we're going to have to make solarium, shears, a machine chassis, an iron axe, and then some head to make this guy. So we're going to want to make solarium. To make that is soul sand and gold. Now, that's why I made the witch water thing, is we need to make soul sand. So we're going to take... How much soul sand do I have at this point? Just the one in here, and I think there was some in one of these chests, or did I use it for something else? Oh no, there's 2. There we go. So we have 3 whole ones. So we need to go we need sand. So we're going to grab the glass out of this, I guess, and I'll turn this one off. I haven't even talked about that, but that's okay. We're going to come over here. I'm going to throw this in here. What I want to do is I'm going to make a whole bunch of sand manually, because if I use the automated system right now, it's just going to make everything terrible. But I'm going to grab, I have some, oh, I thought I had more. It's okay. We've got a ton of this stuff, man. Because this had 13 stacks in it. This is 515. That's got 671 and 495. We have so much like sand or gravel, man. It's ridiculous. And I've turned this machine off. Like, none of this is running right now. That's just how good that little setup there was for gravel. We need to replicate that for sand and for dust. But we need to do it in a way that's not going to make our system lag like there's no tomorrow. But anyway, I'm going to grind this up into sand, and I'm going to make some soul sand, and then we'll come back. So I will see you guys in a hot minute. Okay, guys, I am back, and we've got ourselves 20 solarium right now with some more cooking up. I put an octadic in here to make it go faster, because this does take a little bit of time to cook down. But to speed the process up, I went back to the nether and killed me a bunch of wither skeletons and farmed up some of the soul sand from within a nether fort I found. So this has made it go just a little bit quicker for our purposes, which is nice. Which is very nice. But this little system I set up here to automatically make soul sand works really, really well. It's very simple. Literally just an input-output exchange on this chest. Whatever sand I put in will slowly be converted into soul sand. So you watch this right here. All it does is nothing can be inserted while it's transforming. As soon as it hits 100, the only thing that can go into witchwater is sand, and therefore the only thing that can be pulled out is soul sand. Because as soon as the sand hits the witchwater, it converts. Super simple, super easy to automate, and there it is. I could even automate this directly in and out of the system using, say, what's it called, the interface. Although I wouldn't be able to set a limit. There must be a way to set a limit on interfaces. Give me all that good stuff. Alright, so from killing those wither skeletons, we got some wither dust, which is important, but we also got drop of evil. And this is not the first drop of evil I have gotten, but they're useful for doing one thing, and that is converting a golden lasso to a cursed lasso, which I'm fairly certain that you can use to create, or rather to grab hostile mobs. Golden lassos are used to grab passive mobs. I would assume that the cursed lasso is used to do the opposite. One thing that we need to get is we need to get these spikes. Mobs drop player kill only items. Mobs drop experience. So we need to do a mix of gold and diamond spike, because I would like to get both experience, and we're going to need some way to collect that experience. I don't know how yet, but we're going to need some way to collect that experience, and then I also want to be able to get the items that they properly drop. The punji sticks do okay, but I believe that they can do better. Ooh, there's a compressed zombie over there. The great thing about the wither dust, though, is that we can upgrade to the new tier of these guys in a hot minute. But we're not going to do that right now. I want to make some more solarium. But I want to also make these farms. So, let's go on over here. We're going to make a slice and splice. Okay, you're done for that, but I'm going to take that. There's our 32. Alright, let's make ourselves this bad boy. Because we want to make a slice and splice. So to make this guy, let's go an iron axe real fast. And a set of shears. Put some of this other stuff away that I don't need in my inventory. And then we're going to say, make me one of those. Oh, we need a machine frame. Do I have any capacitors? No, I must have basic capacitors. I have double layer capacitors. Okay, hold on. So we need to make some capacitors, eh? Of course we're out of gold nuggets. Of course we are. This is the problem of not having a handle on your resources, kids. You end up doing shit like this. Alright, so there we go. Now we can make this guy. We're gonna make a whole bunch. We're gonna make some more. Alright. That can go away. Slice and splice time. Let's go. Ah, for fuck's sakes. Okay, machine frames. Okay, now make one of those. Oh, I don't want to use a wither skeleton head. Oh, no. No, 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 no. We're going to use a zombie head. Okay, so there's our slice and splice. And then we wanted to make a zombie electrode. Well, we've got that guy, but to make a zombie electrode, we require the head of a zombie and 2 energetic alloys, a basic capacitor, and some silicon. So let's go ahead and grab. We're also going to need, what else, actually? That's a zombie generator. Consumes nutrient distillation. Interesting. A diamond or any kind of axe and shears. But assuming diamond axe and regular shears is probably going to be the best ratio for us for usage. So we're going to grab that. That'll be for that. But we're also going to need couple of energetic alloy, which we're going to make. How many of these do I want to make? I want to make 3. So we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to need silicon. Just going to grab the whole stack because it's easier. And then we're going to need... What was the last thing I said? We needed basic capacitors. So we're going to need to make more of those. Thankfully, we've got a whole lot of gold. So we're going to take that gold. We're going to go like that. Make that, and if I type capacitor on there, we'll be able to make a whole bunch of these. 48 of them. Perfect. Well, I'm going to grab 3 of those because we want to make 3 of these electrodes so that we can, at long last, make 3 farms and automate our goddamn farms. So, we're going to come down here. Do I want to go down here for this? Yeah, let's build down here. No, let's build up top. We'll build up top. We're going to need, of course, some power conduit. We're just going to grab a basic one. Oh, that's our old tree farm. Well, that can go there. We're going to come... Oh, there's already space for it here. Look at that. I was pre-planning. Boop. So that guy goes down. Now we can put in that, and then let's go. Now, unfortunately, you can't do multiples at the same time. It does not let you, but that's okay. So there we have it. It'll make our little guy, and it's going to be pretty quick to do it, but I want to get faster, so we can go ahead and grab a double layer capacitor, which is right there. We're going to keep those basic capacitors, not put them away. Double layer can go in, and there we go. And that's how you make these guys. It's pretty simple to make them. It can be automated, of course. Anything in this game can be automated. Using refined storage, the easiest way would be using a interface with a pattern on top of it for making it. I could do the same thing for on-demand request of other materials as well. Oh, there we go. That'd be how we would automate our soul sand and stuff. So once we have a way of ingesting large amounts of both gravel, sand, and dust, or I should say all 3, we'll be able to have a surplus in our storage system that we can then use in crafting recipes and automation, like putting in, say I really wanted to make a whole bunch of clay. Now this system here is really, really easy to use and kind of on demand, so I'm not too concerned about it. But say, well, let's use something more valuable, like soul sand. Soul sand is valuable. So if I wanted to automate it, what I could do is try and have a whole bunch of these barrels transformed at maybe 4 or 5 of them, and then interface to all of them, or maybe just one. I don't know. We'd have to be able to, what we'd have to do is have a farm of witch water being made, and then dumping that witch water out and extracting it into a central tank, which would fill up other barrels that we could automate. Would be pretty much the only way I think we could make that work viably, but we would need a huge operation to keep a lot of witch water, because as you can see, it does not transform quickly. All right, last one of these. And then we can go ahead and make ourselves some farms. Our farms, I think I'm just going to dump direct. Do I want to? I don't know. I'm gonna build the farms and look at what we got for routing and stuff. But I don't know that I want to dump it all into that system. I might want to keep it separate. Although I really don't have a good reason to keep it separated. Well, no, I do, because it makes sorting through items a lot easier. And your farming stuff kind of wants to be together, but that's okay. Anyway, let's make some farms. Oh, this has been a long time coming. Now, there is another type of farm that I didn't talk to you guys about. It's the farmer from Actually Editions, and I've been looking into Actually Editions for a high-tier power transfer, because they have the laser power network, which looks very interesting, and that may end up being a thing we use. But they have this farmer unit, and it's a little easier to build. All it needs is these crystal blocks, which you make from an atomic restructurer, so that's pretty easy. We need to make one of these, by the way. And then you need an iron casing, which is still pretty easy to do because it just needs sticks, iron, and some black quartz, which we have black quartz from other stuff. So it wouldn't be too hard to make these work. And I'm wondering if that's a more viable option. I never did talk about, well, let's build these farming stations from Ender.io. Let's not get too distracted. So this needs electrical steel pulsating crystals, which is not too hard to make. So let's just make 2 of them for now. I just want to make a farm. But I want to be prepared. Oh, we need a Z-Logic controller. Oh, we don't need a zombie electric. We need a Z-Logic controller. Well, shit. Oh, that's not too bad to make. Okay, that's not too hard to do. Let's do that real quick. What the hell do we use zombie electrodes for? Oh, that's for the zombie generators. Oh, God damn it. That's okay. So there's Solarium. No. I want this. So we'll do Solarium, that, and then I need a capacitor. Correct? No. Oh, I need redstone. Is that what I needed? Where's redstone? There's redstone. Pretty sure this is what I needed. Hey, there it goes. Alright, so we need a Z-Logic controller. My bad, guys. Well, now I've got these 3 zombie electrodes that I have no use for. Ah, shit. Oh, well. That's okay. Alright, let's go on over here. Let's make ourselves one of those guys. So we're going to throw this back into our system. And let's make a farming station. Just needs a diamond hoe. And we'll go boop boop. And there's our farming station. Okay, we're going to come over here. We're going to... I don't need my axe. I can just use the mattock. Rip that guy. That's okay. We'll replant those. So the way this is going to go... We're going to need... You know what I'm going to do? We're going to get rid of this water. Sorry, water. So that guy's going to go like that, and then I'm going to put that guy on top. So the farming station should hit all of this, even if I make, because it's a 7 by 7, but it goes to an 11 by 11. I want to see first if that means 7 by 7 centered there, or 7 in each direction. So the way to test that is we're going to power this up. We don't have a ton of time left, but we have enough. We're going to keep these on top, too, these growth crystals, because they are real good. The other option to even further increase our food production, if for some reason we were having trouble maintaining our food production, would be to use... there's a name for them. Oh, greenhouse glass, also from Actual Editions, which may be a thing we end up doing anyway, specifically to our magical farms. Because I'm wondering if Ender.io will interact with magic farms. What I might do is drip, because what I've done is I decided to try and like back-to-back magical farms like this, but I might actually be better off making them all 9x9s. Because the first and foremost, I want to see if it works with that. If it does, wunderbar, we're good. If it doesn't, we can try the farmer. So there are options available to us. So we got that. We just need power for it. I'm going to use the advanced conduits if I can. Oh, I only have those ones, don't I? Shitty. Okay, that's fine. I need at least a half stack to get where I want to go. So where can I hook into? Probably coming up like this, because there should be power. There's not, but that's okay. So we're going to run along like this. Honestly, I should just convert to the highest tier of crystal or energy at this point, but whatever. I was talking about that laser energy thing earlier. The reason I've been looking into that is because I would like to be able to transfer large amounts of power from, say, a reactor or something that is huge and go from there with it if we can. But it's not like a necessary thing that needs to happen immediately because we're not dealing with that kind of power. But the laser relay system might honestly be our best bet for power distribution in the future. At least along a decent distance, right? Because you can use the power, that level of power won't be going directly to any of these lines. So instead what we would do is use it to move the power around the base. And then locally we could just convert down to the highest tier line. It's more just being able to have a large amount of power ingested into the system and then have each area be able to draw on whatever it needs. Kind of like a Tesseract. I miss Tesseracts. There, I'll say it. I guess I'm doing this kind of a weird pattern, aren't I? Not that it really matters. Ooh, I need to make more of these. Okay. Give me more. Now, I need to make more energetic alloy, too. But we can wait on that. We don't need that right now. All right. Go down. Thank you. So let's extend across here. That's not where that belongs. That's where that belongs. That way I can extend power that way or whatever. And then let's power this sucker up. Now we can use bone meal to increase growth as well, but I don't think I'm going to bother with this system. So it's going to power up. I want to see how it's going to do. Are you powering? You are not. Why are you not powering up? Hi. You are connected, are you not? I bet I need to do... Hold on. Output. Okay. So that's going output. Now are you working? Negative. Am I overtaxing my system somehow? Is it not? Oh, it's not fucking connected. Her to her, there's a goddamn gap in the line. All right. Okay, now it's on him. So now it's saying to me, oh shit. It's saying, oh, it needs a hoe. It needs a hoe. So let's go ahead and we're going to grab probably another diamond hoe because they're going to last the longest and I don't want to replace this terribly often. I know you should never waste your diamonds on a hoe, but in this case, it's okay. So we're going to go like that and that. Yeah, it doesn't have seeds, but it's going to get seeds in a real big hurry. So let's go ahead and pop that in there. So now does it goes, okay, it does exactly what I thought I was going to do. 7x7. So if I go and grab a double layer capacitor, that should cover that whole field, but not touch the other field. If that's the case, then we are in business, ladies and gentlemen. We will be good. Hey, look at that. It does exactly the way I want it to do. Look at you go. Now, of course, it's using quite a lot of power, but that's okay. We have power to spare right now. So show range. That shows its range now. Beautiful. You can actually see it in this version. Oh, that's perfect, because if we overlap these, they'll all overlap in this shitty middle zone where it doesn't matter. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Okay. So the further test will of course be, can we do these? We're going to have to find that at a later date, though, because we're pretty much out of time. But look at that. Farming is a go. I'm going to need to make some of that greenhouse glass, though, because I would like to make these crops grow even faster. Because what's the point of having a broken system if you're not going to break it further? As usual, if you liked the episode, you guys know what to do. Please go ahead and leave a like. You can always find other work I have done in the description box below. And of course, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.